Please decode this for us. RAT.
Okay. Kartikeya, look, right now I think
Can you speak a little louder, sir?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Look, right now, I think it will be better to avoid any of these speculations. You know, when the moment you go off to system level and subsystem level, if this not worked, what would have come? You know, this is slightly premature right now. Look, I have been telling you from day one, you can form your opinion what you see. What you see are the two video clips and nothing more than that. Now, investigation team has been formed. They are all coming up there. And you know, the first task of the aviation team is, the first and foremost thing is preliminary account of authentic sequence of events. Now, that is visible by the authentic video clips if you have authentic witness what is there. And this accident has happened right at the end of the runway. So air traffic controller, maybe approach control traffic controllers, they would have witnessed it with their own eyes that what exactly has happened. You know, they see these aircrafts take off roll, takeoff, actual takeoff, rate of ascent of different types of aircraft. It is different at that on that particular day when the temperature is slightly high. How is the thin air supporting the aircraft lift? So all those things, they are used to it. They should be able to give their raw account of right now this thing. That is what will give the aircraft accident investigation bureau a preliminary account of authentic sequence of evidence events. And then thereafter, there are various people in that group who will be collecting all possible evidence from the crash site, from the
Mr. Jha, you
aircraft.
know, when I'm saying this, it's not something which I produced out of thin air. It has been published
I
by
know.
all national
I know.
dailies. You know, people have written editorials on it. People, you know, experts have spoken on it. So my job is to put on plate what is already there in public discourse. So let me also introduce Captain Akshay Chopra. I mean to say, first of all, can we decode RAT for our viewers? What does it mean? What does it do? At least let's explain this to our viewers.
Okay. So now RAT, or in full form what we call it as Ram Air Turbine, is basically a twin engine propeller, you can say, which comes out of an aircraft only during very serious emergencies. So it's like in the most layman terms, you can think it as a fan, which basically it's like a motor which is running the electrical systems, or during dual engine failures or during hydraulic failure. This is the turbine which is basically generating power for the aircraft in an extreme emergency. Now, when we talk about this particular case, as Group Captain Jha also said very clearly, and believe me, I've been on almost all the channels from last 2 days, in day and night we have been there, and all are making speculations based on the observations, and ultimately it comes out to be the same thing, that till the time the entire team sits and the black box is decoded, it's milked properly, and then the report comes out, we can't really be sure of anything. However, certain things are very clear when we observe this particular incident which has happened. Firstly, during the takeoff roll, the aircraft was able to achieve the V1. The V1 is the speed which we achieve before we take off. So it means there was absolutely no emergency during the takeoff roll. Otherwise, the takeoff would have been aborted. Now, immediately after rotation, maybe around 200 feet or something, the captain gave the call for Mayday. It means the most serious emergency suddenly occurred after the takeoff. The Mayday is not a simple call. It's the most serious emergency in case of a total electrical failure or a engine fire or an engine failure or something. Second, we really can't see any sway in the wings or any movement in the aircraft. It's a very steady flight which is going up. So there's no single engine failure which has happened. The aircraft is quite level. It's not swaying left or right. That's number one. Second is, if you actually heard, the most important point was from the lone survivor. He very clearly said that during this short period of takeoff, when there was black, the cabin went black and the emergency lights came out. It simply meant that there was a total electrical failure. That was quite visible.
Absolutely.
The second thing is that the landing gear is down. So this also means that this was also accompanied by a hydraulic failure. Otherwise, the landing gear would have been up. Or also, we can also say one thing, that maybe the captain was trying to think that maybe he'll be able to land the aircraft. That's why he kept the landing gear up. We'll see that once the conversation and everything is out. The third was, of course, we are expecting a dual engine failure in this case. The best part about the captain was that the aircraft was going absolutely straight down. So, it was not going left or right. There was no bank. It was a very controlled flight going down. So the captain must have tried all his experience to, get the thrust on. And the Ram Air turbine was on. You can not just see Ram Air turbine. There was a very, if you actually observe the video, there's a very clear and a different noise which the Ram Air turbine makes. That noise is very clearly audible.